What are you doing?
Drinking a beer.
Why?
It's down the pain of last week, man.
Last
week lost, man.
You know what? Fair enough. Welcome to the Skoop Sportz podcast. I'm Alex, and the guy next to me is Will.
It's not
That's
alcohol.
Not beer.
It's actually
not beer.
Mountain Dew.
I swear, it's Mountain Dew. The entire
Dew.
intro. We actually planned an intro for once. Normally, we just go off and say.
I was trying my best to keep a straight face.
It doesn't matter because I'm gonna put a picture over us.
I was trying my best to not laugh, is what I meant.
Oh yeah,
I was trying my best.
I feel you, but. No, it's not a beer. It is a Mountain Dew.
It's a thrashed apple. Thrashed apple.
It smells like I was about to say I can smell a green apple.
Yeah, green apple Jolly Rancher flavor.
Ah, that's dope. Yeah, I was about to say, why does it smell like Jolly Rancher? Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is Confrence Championship week.
Yes,
Exciting shit's happening.
Unfortunately, we're not in it. But
yeah, it sucks.
It's okay.
Hey, Grant's out with the concussion.
Ref ball,
offense collapsed, defense collapsed.
Yeah, as soon as Grant was out of the game,
everything collapsed.
Yeah, it was just awful. And Luke Zaban underperformed because there were some people who expected him to do better than Grant, but he underperformed.
I think I'm looking at some people.
Yeah, I thought he would. I'm gonna be the first to admit. I thought Luke would do better. I thought we were going to do good under Luke, but nope.
Oh, well.
Shit. It just kind of shows who the real leader of the offense is, and it's Grant. As soon as you see him go off the field, the team just collapses. That's what happened.
It was really bad. I've also heard that refs played some factors. They had offensive PIs, but we're not getting into that right now. But
even with all the missed calls, we still shouldn't have lost that.
39 unanswered. There's no excuse.
It was 29 unanswered, then we scored, then they just...
It was 39, was it not?
It was 29. 29, then we scored a touchdown, and they just went the rest of the way.
No, because we
only scored 7 points in the second half. They outscored us 46-7 in the second half.
Which is ridiculous.
Yes.
That's like...
But I even went on to their the Western Kentucky football page, and I just straight up said we just got outplayed. Like there was nothing else to it.
Yeah, we did.
As soon as we lost Grant, they just outplayed us in every facet.
Yeah, we kind of just knocked out our first point, which is Marshall's embarrassing loss to Western Kentucky, and it was embarrassing. It was painful to watch. Yeah. Congratulations to Western Kentucky. You guys are moving on to play Utsa with actually some form of hope after they lost to
that's a terrible loss. Terrible.
In a blowout fashion.
We'll get more to that.
We also touched on the second point.
Yeah, we did already. Did officiating playing a role in the loss and Grant leaving to play his role?
I think it did. I
don't think officiating mattered because even with the bad officiating, we still should have kept the game close.
Yeah, we should have.
There's no excuse to that.
We should have.
Now, Grant leaving definitely played a factor because Grant, I found this out straight up. Grant is indeed the leader of the offense, and it kind of became obvious as soon as he was out of the game. He walked off the field. The team just was unmotivated. Mm-hmm. Even the defense,
which is weird to say.
Yeah,
which is
awful.
Really, really weird.
Yeah, and Rasheen didn't have any touchdowns in this game, which is not usual.
No.
But hey, it's whatever. We didn't get to sing Prince Ali at all, but it's okay.
Hardly ever, actually.
Yeah, it's awful, but hey, it's whatever. This is a young team. So
we're looking forward to next year already because we got some good commits. But that aside, North Texas, oh my God, you guys are bowl eligible and in a big way after beating Utsa in blowout fashion at home.
Yep, this was unexpected. Like we were watching the game against Western Kentucky. We were at the Joan, and it was during like an intermission, like a timeout, I think. Mm-hmm. I looked on ESPN and I was like, what? Like, I looked, and it was like fucking, 38-14? Mm-hmm. And I was like, what? What's going on?
And then I told my dad, who was sick, I said, you got to check the Utsa game.
He was like, what?
Yeah, that's what he sent me, like, a shocked blushing emoji.
Yeah, like.
Which just symbolizes, like, holy shit.
Yeah, this was very, very unexpected. So, congratulations, Congratulations to North Texas. You pulled a Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
Quite literally. Like, that says basically us in 2014.
Yeah. Anyway, another game we were looking at while at that game, Michigan beating Ohio State.
Oh, yes. And I'm very happy this happened. Because
I was looking at, for once, I was looking at this game. I found it. For once. I was looking at the games. I think it was the end of the first.
Yeah.
And I was looking at them. I'm like, Will. Hey, who, Dude, what?
Yeah, Michigan beat Ohio State. Pretty convincing fashion, too. Like, it wasn't, like, it was very good. 5 touchdowns by the running back. What's his name again? I apologize.
Good question.
I suck at remembering names. I'm so sorry.
Unless you're on the Marshall roster.
That's whatever. 5 touchdowns. I'm going to find out his name later. It's whatever.
Yeah.
5 touchdowns for that man. He was unstoppable. The offense as a whole was just great.
Yeah.
I mean, Michigan, it was a complete team win. The crowd had a right to rush the field. It was their first win
since 2011.
Yeah, their first win.
I was wondering when we were going to throw that statistic in.
Yep, first win since 2011. So
Jim Harbaugh,
and
his
Michigan.
First time beating Ohio State.
Yeah, his first ever time beating Ohio State. Michigan, if they win the Big Ten title, they're going to be in the playoff for the first time.
Yep.
So,
and right now they are ranked number 2.
They are number 2 in the country. Yep.
And on to a lesser satisfying note, Alabama survives the Iron Bowl in overtime.
4 overtimes. 4 overtimes.
And Theo showed me a clip of how Alabama got to overtime. I don't know
about a hell of a catch.
It was a good catch, but I don't know about you. I saw offensive PI.
I did not.
He extended his left hand all the way. Like
did he shove him though?
He did. He did.
Well, it's whatever. Alabama survived.
Yep, they survived. Whatever.
I mean, they're number 3. This is actually a funny thing. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I heard this from somebody. This is the first time that the Iron Bowl has ever gone to overtime.
Is it really?
Yeah, ever.
Oh my God.
So it's historic in that way.
There you go, Alabama. You got a historic Iron Bowl.
And this is just even more of a reason to hate on the new overtime rules. There's no reason that a 4 overtime game should only finish 24-22.
True.
There's no reason. Like a 9 overtime game shouldn't finish like, what was it? 21-19.
Yeah, they should have kept scoring, but
well. But it's stupid. But whatever. Hey,
I love college football overtime to death.
It does. Yes, it's the best play till you get a winner. But
it's the best overtime system in sports.
Yes, play till you get a winner. But they should have just kept last year's and just touchdowns. You keep going until you win.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. Like, we're no longer gonna get games like Texas A&M and LSU in 2018, where it was 74-72 was the final.
Basketball season yet?
Nah, but congrats to Alabama. They're still number 3. They face Georgia, number 1 Georgia, the undisputed best team in the country. In
the SEC championship, and on that note, it is conference championship week. We got them all lined out, baby. It's prediction time. Probably one of the biggest predictions we'll have.
This is the biggest one this year.
Until the playoff.
This will not count the rivalries this week because it's conference championship week, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, first game up from the ACC.
I named them. I put them all in alphabetical order.
Yes, we got the ACC. Number 15 Pitt versus number 16 Wake Forest, and I got ESPN up. I already gave my prediction to Alex earlier because I looked at this game and I looked at how both teams have been performing all season. First of all, it's very refreshing to not see Clemson.
Oh my God!
I mean, don't get me wrong.
And
it sucks that Clemson's dynasty is over or seems to be over. Watch me say that, and they come back next year. They probably will.
They finished strong though. I'll give them.
Yeah, they did. They finished. They're ranked. They finished. They finished. Their last win of the season was against Wake Forest in dominant fashion. Yeah. So they look like what they should have at the start of the season. Anyways, on that note, I've already said this to Alex. I am picking Pitt. They're only favored by 3. I think Pitt wins kind of big here. I think they win by double digits. I think they win by 10 because Pitt just looked more impressive to me. They've got the better defense. Wake Forest is going to keep it close with that offense for a while, but I think Pitt pulls away in the end. Give me Pitt. They're the ACC champs.
I'll also take Pitt in this one. So is ESPN. The matchup predictor for ESPN has Pitt winning 61.5% chance to win. My English is amazing, I know. And Vegas is also going to pick Pitt by 3. And, well, we're moving on to a less interesting one now.
Big game, though. Big game. It's
game.
Very interesting. I don't care what you say. It's
a big game, but we all know who's going to pull away. It's Cincinnati versus Houston.
Who knows, actually. I don't agree with the spread. I don't think Cincinnati covers. But anyways, AAC championship game. This is big. If I almost said Ohio State. If Cincinnati, if the better team in Ohio wins this game, if Cincinnati wins this game, they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's undoubtedly.
They need Alabama to lose.
Yes.
That's a definite. Because I think if Oklahoma State wins, they get in, no matter what. However, here's the thing. Here's how Cincinnati gets in and stays in, okay? They need Georgia to win, okay? That's
which is very possible.
It's probably going to happen. Okay, they need Alabama to lose, obviously, so they need Georgia to win. They need Michigan. Michigan can win. They'll be fine. Don't win too big, though.
Mm-hmm.
They need Oklahoma State. All they need to do, all they need is Alabama to lose.
Yes, and then that's it.
Yeah,
I was wondering what you were doing with all these scenarios.
I was like, I do now. Say Bama wins, they need Oklahoma State to lose. They need Michigan to lose. It's harder for them to get in if Bama wins. So,
because Bama is college football's darling.
Yes, it's very hard because Georgia's going to stay in no matter what. I don't care how bad Bama beats Georgia if they do win. Georgia's going to stay in.
That will be Georgia's first loss.
Yes, Georgia will stay in.
Two other one-loss teams.
And Georgia has been dominant all season, so they're going to stay in because they have the resume.
Yeah, and there have also been two other.
Yes, if Bama wins, it's going to be so much harder for Cincinnati to make it in.
Mm-hmm.
But all they need is Bama to lose, and they're in. And they need to win big, too. They need to win convincingly. I don't think they're going to, though. I think if Cincinnati wins as a whole, I think they get in, but still. Give me Cincinnati. I don't think they cover. They're going to win by 3. It's going to be close.
I'm also taking Cincy, and so is ESPN. The matchup predictor for ESPN says that Cincinnati has an 82.6% chance to win, and Vegas is also going to pick Cincinnati by 10.5. Next game up,
we got the Big 12 title game.
Yep.
Number 9, Baylor. At number 5, Oklahoma State. I said at, but whatever. Oklahoma State wins, they're in. I don't care what anyone says. Oklahoma State wins, they're in. But they also, again, need Bama to lose. They also need Bama to lose. Or Michigan.
It's more than likely going to happen.
But Oklahoma State... Seeing Oklahoma State in the playoff is interesting as fuck.
Yeah, I was looking at the rankings. Big. I'm just sitting there like, wait a minute.
That's big, dude. Like,
we mispronounced it. It's the Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship.
Oh, yeah, sorry. The Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship game. Sorry. Number 9 Baylor versus number 5 Oklahoma State. X-University. X-State University.
X-State, you idiot.
X-State University. Anyways. It's hard to pick this one, actually.
I'm so glad that's a running joke now.
Yes. It's really hard to pick this one, actually. Oklahoma State looked really good against Oklahoma. I know Oklahoma's kind of reeling right now, but it's a big win over a rival. They're going to be hot.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be hot. Baylor's been pretty good, too, but, I mean, I think Okie State gets it done here. Okie State behind their defense. Their defense is fucking awesome.
Can Jeff Grimes get across it? Can my dad do it? Can my dad outsmart the defense?
I don't think so. I think Okie State gets it done, and they keep their playoff hopes alive.
Damn it.
Give me Okie State and they cover.
Okie State, huh? Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? I've given my ex so much shit in this podcast. Okay, it's not even funny. I don't think I've picked Oklahoma State like once. I'll be honest.
I've been picking them all year.
I know, and I haven't picked them once. But you know what? Give me the X's.
There you go.
Give me the X's.
There you go.
State University. ESPN is also going to pick Oklahoma State with giving them a 63.7% chance to win. And Vegas is also picking Oklahoma State by 5.5. All right, we move down to the Big Ten where here's a shocker. Michigan versus Ohio. Or not Ohio.
Iowa.
I fucked that one to hell and back, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Anyways.
No, I didn't say Ohio State. I said Ohio from the MAC.
God damn it.
From the MAC.
Iowa.
What a move.
Honestly, Iowa shocked.
No, you're missing it up, Will. It's Ohio. What a conference move for them. Holy cow, the Big Ten is desperate.
In all seriousness, I think Iowa is shocking me now, like being in the championship game. Because after losing twice, I was like, oh no, Iowa's done. They're not going to have any chances. They don't have a chance at the playoffs. But
they have a Big Ten
they have
championship opportunity.
Yeah, they do.
And they've been in the championship on and off.
Yeah, and this is Michigan's first opportunity in a while, at least. Michigan's looked really, really good ever since losing to Michigan State, and I think that's just a fluke loss at this point. I feel like if those two teams would have played, it'd be different. But Iowa, on the other hand, they've been pretty good since losing to Wisconsin. They've had a lot of close games. But they've shown that they can get it done in, say, close games. So I'm going to pick Michigan because, again, it's a matter of being red hot. You know, they've won 4 straight, and most of them in dominant fashion.
Iowa's the same way.
Well, yeah, but
except Nebraska.
Yeah. But I do think that Michigan gets it done. They are red hot. Their offense is solid. Run game amazing. I just found the dude's name. It's Hassan Haskins. He had 5 touchdowns last week against Ohio State. And Michigan's favored by 10. I think they win this game and cover. I think Michigan gets it done. They make it to the playoffs.
I'm also gonna pick Michigan.
No analysis.
No, Michigan's hot. All right, they are red hot. They are hotter than my ex on a Tuesday afternoon. All right, that's how hot they are. My kids got trouble. Hey. The matchup predictor for ESPN's has Michigan winning at a 76.5% chance to win, and Vegas is also picking Michigan by 10.5.
This one hurts. Conference USA Championship game. WKU versus UTSA.
This is being played the day we release this. So
yes.
There's a lot more adrenaline. Will, I'm picking Western.
Sorry, it's the Ryan Conference USA Championship. Okay, I'm stalling.
I just got it over with. I'm picking Western.
Toss-up and a half.
It is, and that's honestly, all feelings aside, this is going to be a pretty good game.
Yes, it is. Western Kentucky, their only conference loss is to UTSA, actually.
Ooh.
It was the conference opener, and they lost to UTSA in a shootout. Now,
this is going to be another one of those games.
I don't think so.
Oh, really?
UTSA was very uninspiring against North Texas. They weren't their typical selves. They were undefeated and nationally ranked. I don't believe UTSA has it in them to win the conference title this year. After that loss to North Texas, I was so convinced that Meep Nation was going to win the conference title. I'm not so sure.
I want to see that happen still.
I do too, but Western Kentucky is just, their offense is too good. Their defense showed out last week.
Take it from us.
Yeah, their offense showed out last week too. I mean, it's kind of. Their defense showed out too. Like they're coming together as a complete.
They were
team.
Still in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Oh, excuse me.
They were still in Bowling Green, Kentucky for the first half. But I don't know how the hell they got to Huntington in like a span of 20 minutes, but they did.
But no, all analysis aside and all moonshine throwdown revelry feelings aside, I think Western Kentucky gets it done, and they get it done pretty big, actually. I think Western Kentucky gets it done.
I'm picking Western, too. As much as it breaks my heart, I'm picking them, too. And so, actually, ESPN's going to pick Meep Nation for this game, giving them a 50.7% chance to win. Yes, 50.7. One of the biggest toss-ups we've had on here.
But Western's favored by Vegas.
Vegas is picking Western by 3. So keep an eye on that game if you're just a college football fan in general. Moving down to the MAC.
Oh, yes. MACtion.
Yes, sir. Two good teams, actually.
The Rocket Mortgage MAC football championship game. What is with these sponsors? We got Kent State at NIU.
That's almost as bad as the GoDaddy.com Bowl.
GoDaddy.com Bowl. Mobile, Alabama.
Can you imagine being a grandfather and telling your grandchild, me and my teammates played in the GoDaddy.com Bowl, where we vanquished the NIU Huskies 66-17.
We played in Mobile, Alabama. No, but in all seriousness, I haven't really watched the MAC too much, aside from Ohio. I mean, because they're a rival. NIU's typically up there. Like, they're typically, like, in the conversation for the conference title. I'm just going to pick one. I'm just looking off of, like, the last 5 for both teams. I'm going to pick Kent State. They're looking pretty good. They got a good offense, too. Like, this is going to be a shootout. But
Kent State is going to flash them their titties, and NIU is going to be blinded. I'm going Kent State. How could I not make that pun?
Oh, my God.
Come on.
Awful.
Why could I? How could I not make that
That
joke?
is terrible.
Why? How could I not make that joke?
Oh, my God.
Bro? Come on. Anyway, ESPN's good. Penn State agrees with me here. Yeah, that's what I would have said.
Yes.
ESPN's going to agree with us, giving Kent State a 50.2% chance to win. And Vegas is also going to go with Kent State by 3. Next up, we got the Mountain West. It's between Utah State and number 19 San Diego State.
San Diego State, they've looked good on defense all season. Most of the games have been close. They haven't really had an eye-popping performance for me. But they're 11-1, so.
I was about to say they are nationally ranked.
Yeah, Utah State, however, when they have won, very impressive. Winning by an average of 20 points in their last 5. So, I know you're a defensive-centered guy.
Mm-hmm.
Utah State's hot, though. They're like Western Kentucky. They're hot. So, however, I picked against them before against a hot team. Pretty sure I actually picked Boise State against them. I'm pretty sure I picked Boise State over them.
Did you?
I picked Nevada over them, too. I picked Fresno State over them, too. They've proven me wrong time and time again.
Well, Fresno State beat them.
No. Yeah, but, like, they've proven me wrong most of the time. Like, Fresno State was the only time I was wrong about them.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I apologize for my little blunder there. My little mistake. But most of the season, they've really proven me wrong. They've beaten a really good Utah team. I mean, I said they were going to lose to Air Force. They beat Air Force. I said they were going to lose to Nevada. They beat Nevada. I said they were going to lose to Boise State. They beat Boise State. So, as much as I want to pick Utah State because of how hot they are, I'm going to pick San Diego State because they've shown that they can get it done, like, against adversity. They don't have much adversity here because they're being picked on both sides. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to pick San Diego State, and they're going to finish 12-1 and go to a pretty good bowl game. They
are nationally ranked for a reason, and on that note, I'm also going to pick San Diego State, and so is ESPN.
You're welcome, Aztecs.
Jesus Christ.
You're welcome, Aztecs.
Like they're watching this.
Yeah, probably not.
But ESPN's going to pick San Diego State, giving them a 74.4% chance to win, and Vegas is also going to take San Diego State by 5.5. These championship games have been called close by Vegas, and I can see why, to be honest.
Alrighty.
Another game that's going to be played on Friday night, a.k.a. the day we upload this, a.k.a. tonight, is going to be Oregon at Utah.
Both these teams have no playoff chance.
No, they're just fighting for a good bowl game.
I'm going to be real. Oregon's only conference loss. Well, no, not their only conference loss. Who they lose to? Shit, they lost to somebody. But...
Yes?
Hello?
We're giving out cookies for the cookie crawl today. Would you like a cookie?
Sure.
Jack, one, too?
Yeah, sure, why not? Thank
Good
you.
luck on your finals, guys.
Thank you. Believe it or not, that was actually the first time someone has barged in on us doing a podcast.
Like barged in, like not like Jalen or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
it wasn't friends. It was like actual strangers that just barged in.
Anyways, we got cookies now.
Yeah, we got cookies, which is great. But anyway, back to the game. Oregon, Utah.
Anyways, well, I gave my pick earlier, actually. I think Utah's going to win big again.
My cookies crumbled.
I think Utah's going to win big again. I mean, they're favored by 2.5. I don't see why. Utah exposed Oregon.
Oh, my God, they did.
It was horrible.
They
won 38-7.
Ohio State. Never mind. I was about to say.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, Oregon is just not convincing to me. I think Utah wins this one. I mean, they get their 10th win on the season. They win the Pac-12 title for the first time since when?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the last time they won it. But anyways, Utah wins this game, and I think they win big. They expose Oregon once again for the team for the wannabe playoff team they are. I'm taking Utah. Defense
Oregon,
is too good.
We need to talk. It is not 2014, and you do not have Marcus Mariota. That being said, I'm picking Utah. So is ESPN. ESPN is picking Utah, giving them a 61% chance to win. And Vegas is also going to pick Utah by 2.5. Next game up, the interesting one, the big one of the bunch.
Big one.
This one has playoff implications on the line.
Oh, yes.
Georgia, number 1 Georgia versus number 3 Alabama.
This is huge. This, and again, and as we talked about earlier with Cincinnati, with the Cincinnati game, if Alabama loses, Cincy's in. If they win.
And they need to...
Like, it's a definite that they're in.
Yeah.
Like,
they need them to lose anyway.
Like,
I don't want to play Alabama in the playoff.
Right. Like, well, I think Georgia's scarier now than Bama. Shit.
But still, it's Bama.
Bama's not been the dominant force that they've always been.
True, but still, it's Bama.
But even still...
All right, I'll just say this now to calm all Cincinnati fans. I did a Road to Glory in NCAA 12 with Cincinnati. In my junior year, we played Alabama for the national championship, and we beat them. Road to Glory, by the way. I was not quarterback. I was a defensive back. So I had little to no say in what happened.
Yeah. But that being said, Georgia's been dominant all season. Like, they've not... The only close game they had was against Clemson.
Yep.
That was the opener. Since then, they've just run the table entirely.
I remember watching that game. I was in Annapolis, and my dad and I...
Yeah, you were there for the Navy game.
Oh, my God. Yeah, go to a Navy game, guys. Holy shit. Yeah. The atmosphere there is unreal. But, yeah, we were walking down the street, and I was like, oh, I wonder how the Georgia-Clemson games do. And
it was like 10-3 was the final.
Yeah, and I looked, and it was like late second quarter. I'm like, Dad, it is still 0-0. I saw it on one of the bar TVs as I was walking by. But no, Annapolis is a nice place. Go see a Navy game. Anyway, back to the topic on hand.
Bama, they're 11-1. You know, we expected Bama to be up here.
Yeah.
They're a very young team. I would not be surprised if Bama doesn't win this game. Because it's Georgia, for one. Georgia's goated this year. And Bama's a young team. Like, this is a very, very young team behind Bryce Young and his arm. Jameson Williams has been great as a wide receiver. Brian Robinson, he's been crazy as running back. He's also a Heisman candidate along with Bryce Young. Their defense is all over the place too. Like, it's pretty. Like, I don't mean that in a bad way. Slade Bolden's a good tight end. I think he's a tight end. Yeah. You know, they have an all-around solid team that has potential to be amazing in the future. This isn't the Bama of old. I think Georgia gets it done with their defense. They get it done. They don't cover. I think Georgia wins this one, and they are the undisputed #1 team in the country,
despite the fact that they already are.
Yeah, and still the favorite to win the national title.
I'm also going to pick Georgia in this one, and so is ESPN. The matchup predictor for ESPN says that Georgia has a 66.5% chance to win, and Vegas is picking Georgia by 6.5. All right. Here's a fun one. We're getting the last game on the list, and it's not the best for last. As I mentioned earlier, I named them all alphabetically, but this is still a fun one.
It's still a great one.
It's the Sun Belt. Appalachian State at number 24.
Sun Belt, Fun Belt.
At number 24, Louisiana. Louisiana. I said Louisiana. Are you kidding me? I need a doctor.
It's Sun Belt.
Louisiana.
It's Sun Belt, Fun Belt.
Well, at least I've come up with a new roast to call Louisiana. Louisiana. God.
Oh my God, that's awful.
I said, oh my.
It's Fun Belt time.
Yes. Okay.
App State's really come back from that slow start at the beginning of the season. You know, they've been really, really solid this year. All around, they're actually.
Remember when we beat App State last year?
Yeah, we should have beaten them this year, but whatever. Anyway.
Well, our team is kind of known for giving up big leads right now.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, because we were up 14-6 against Western at half, and
we were up how much against them?
We were up 14-0
against App State.
Against Western, we were up by 10 in the fourth against App.
Yeah, my point.
Yeah,
we were against ECU.
Hell, we were up 17 against ECU in the fourth.
Yeah, I was
with
gonna say
6 minutes left.
Yeah, and they came back and won. Props to them, though. Holy shit.
Yep. I mean, back to the topic at hand. I mean, App State's looked a lot more impressive to me. I can't understand why they're favored.
That just goes to show, play till the whistle blows.
Hell, App State should have beaten Miami, and if they did, they'd be ranked 2.
Yeah.
They'd be ranked 2. We'd see 2 ranked teams in the Sun Belt. Maybe not even Louisiana. I'm gonna say this straight up. I know it's not labeled as an upset. It's not an upset. Let's just be real. No. I'm gonna pick App State, and they're gonna win the Sun Belt title for what, the 5th time in 6 years? I think around that. Mm-hmm. Correct me if I'm wrong, but App State's dominated the Sun Belt, so I think they're gonna continue that domination. I think they win this. I think they beat Louisiana.
I'm also going to pick App State, and so is ESPN. The matchup predictor of matchup says that App State has a 59.2% chance to win. I had to throw that joke in somewhere.
Yeah, of course.
And Vegas says that App State will win by 3, and that's all the predictions for the conference championship games we got for you today. Will, any last notes?
You want to talk about possible projections for bowl games for Marshall? Because one of them's the New Mexico Bowl against Boise State. That's a big one.
Another one of them is the Myrtle Bowl against Coastal.
Ooh, Coastal.
We'd be playing at their home stadium. I don't think we'd win.
Oh, yeah, we won't win. I also saw another one that we might be going to Hawaii.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I don't remember who, though.
We were also planning to go to or projected to go to the Military Bowl against Army.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
Well,
I had to throw this in. West Virginia is struggling against Kansas.
Oh, I knew they won. Was it really a struggle?
It was a struggle.
I can rub it in my cousin's face.
It was a struggle.
You struggled against Kansas?
They pulled away in the end, but it was a struggle.
They almost pulled to Texas. I was hoping Kansas.
I would have laughed so damn hard, bro.
At least we lost to our rivals. You lost to Kansas,
Yeah, right.
Oh God.
Anyways,
but you know what? I think that'll do it.
I will say this, and this is final thoughts kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who are already complaining about Coach Huff.
It's his first year.
It's his very first year. I've been all season saying, give him time. This is Doc Holliday's group.
Yes,
Doc Holliday.
Doc recruited this team.
Yes, this is
come next year. Team. We should.
And the fact that he did this with the Doc team, he's 7-5, going to a bowl game.
Finished second in the division, fighting for a spot in the championship.
Yes, he did this with a Doc team. With the exception of Ali.
Yes.
Yes. That's...
And
this is a Doc team.
Considering the recruits that are coming to Marshall in the near future, I think you said Marshall got a 5-star coming.
Possible. It's not confirmed. It's not a commit yet, but it's possible.
Is Cole Pennington committed? I think he is.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I have no clue. I could not tell you.
But I'm not sure. I think he is. But
I've heard about a 5-star. It's not confirmed.
Yeah, but still.
But even still, without that, we still got a bunch of recruits coming in.
Yeah, and a bunch of good recruits coming in.
Huff is a good recruiter. He's known for that. He recruited some guys for Alabama when he was there. Mm-hmm. He was at Penn State as well.
So, and since he's from Alabama,
he built up Saquon Barkley
to be an NFL prospect.
Yes, and you know what he did when he was in college. Mm-hmm. He built up players at Alabama too, like fucking what was his name, Najee Harris.
Yeah, Najee Harris.
You know, he is good. It's just gonna give him. You just gotta give him time. Mm-hmm. It's also his first head coaching gig too, so give him time. Coach Huff's going to do some magical things at Marshall.
And
you can tell that he's enthused. You cannot say that he does not care about this team. You cannot say that he does not care about this school. You cannot say that he does not care about this, about our football program. Because every time you hear him at a press conference, he's always enthused about, we won a game. This looks good. But obviously, a coach is also going to be like, we won this game, yes. Old Dominion, for example, 20-13. We should have dominated that game. Overtime. Should have dominated that game. We didn't. He went over stuff that they needed to improve. Even the NC Central game, it was against the FCS NC Central. He said there were so many things they needed to improve on.
And we saw it, too.
Yes.
We saw it.
And, Coach Huff is going to be like that. He's more disciplined than Doc, and I feel like that's why people don't like him. Because he's not as lenient, and
I like him. I like
Coach Huff.
I had a disciplined coach whenever I played.
I like Coach Huff.
I'm all for this.
Listen, Doc Holliday's going to have a lasting legacy at Marshall.
Yes, because
that's a definite. Because he's the winningest coach in Marshall history.
Is he really?
Yes. I think he passed Bob.
Only brought home one championship.
He brought home a conference championship.
Not as many.
Even still, he brought home a conference championship.
Yeah.
How many other coaches can you say from Marshall has done that?
Bob.
Well, other than Bob.
Not Lingle.
Well, not Lingle.
I know there
was one coach when they were in the FCS that got them a national title before Bob, but yeah.
Yeah, and then Bob did it again in '96. I think.
Yeah. But anyways, that's just how I don't know. And with Grant, yeah, he's leading the country in interceptions.
That's not good.
Yes, he has one of the worst QB ratings in the country. But he's also a good leader. You could tell by the way Marshall started playing as soon as he went down with that concussion.
Yeah.
It is confirmed a concussion, by the way. As soon as he went down with that concussion, the team just folded. That just lets you know that, yeah.
Like a piece of paper. I'm not even going to say lawn chair. I'm going to say piece of paper.
Yes. Like it was
really bad.
Yes, folded and creased like a piece of paper. It was terrible. So that just kind of lets me know, okay, well, maybe I was wrong about Grant. Maybe he is the leader and the focal point of this team. You know, maybe I was wrong, and I'm not afraid to admit that I'm wrong. But that was just a bad performance all around.
It was.
But with Grant, it'll be great to see him back, obviously. And I think it's just going to take some time for him to improve. He's like a Chase Litton. He's going to take him some time to improve. But we'll just see how it happens. I mean, judging by the fact that they folded that bad,
shows you something.
It shows you that he's liked in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that he is a locker room leader. Because with guys like Chase and Isaiah, they were just toxic in the locker room.
Yeah, they were toxic as hell.
They were terrible.
Like, I think
fucking Marshall. Like, there was a game where Isaiah Green was out with a concussion in, I think, 2018, and Marshall still did fine. Like, even with the backup who sucked ass. Yeah. Like, they still did fine because they didn't. The leader was Keon Davis.
I don't know.
He was still playing. Tyree Brady, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, we're drifting off track. All we're trying to say is Coach Huff is a good coach. It's just gonna take him some time to.
And that's the thing with all coaches. Here. That's the thing with all coaches.
Yes.
Like Billy Seals up at Huntington High. Shout out, by the way.
The reason why Ryan Day was so successful in his first head coaching job at Ohio State was because he was already there.
Yeah.
He was the assistant coach.
And, yeah, so was most of his guys.
Yes.
But the reason why...
He doesn't count.
Look at Billy Seals. His first year at Huntington High, they went over. Fast forward to 2013, took him to a state championship. Mm-hmm. They didn't win, but they gave Martinsburg a run for their money.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's going back up there. Right after I graduated. God damn it.
Go H-Town.
Shout out to Huntington High. Y'all know where
we're not going to be able to take the trip to Wheeling. I'd love to.
Unfortunately, I got work, but
I'm going to try to ask Jalen because Williamstown plays in the same day.
Yeah.
So I might ask Jalen if we can go to Wheeling.
Just long story short, give Huff some time. Don't hate on him just yet.
Yes. Give it a couple years, and if it's no improvement, then yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But
then it's different.
Yes. But let's be honest here. With the job that he's doing with recruiting, expect this team to be a powerhouse soon.
Eventually.
Give us some time.
On that note, we're gonna go ahead and end it there. We almost dragged it out to our normal episode. Holy shit.
Yep.
But my name's Alex, the Jesus lookalike as well, and we'll see you guys probably next week for bowl predictions.
Yes, sir.
All right, see you guys. And we're naming all of them.
Yep.
All of them.
Also, when do you want to start talking about college basketball? Because that's in full swing now.
Soon. Definitely soon. I'm not sure when yet. I definitely want to start it next semester, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Because college basketball is big here, too.
Yeah. So.
And we got to keep this podcast going somehow.
Somehow, some way, yeah. So... we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.